Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sons, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. Yeah, it's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil went walking my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I've sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need.
Mere fees from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Right back to Irving now. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Go. Hey, Kaplan. Baylor tight. Whoa. Ready?
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. New set of downs for him from the 46. Irving here from the gun. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's down all the way to the 30. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And if 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Irving on the inside give. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, but did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick six starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They aren't afraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have, but boy, can it set a tone early.
Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rule starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second and 10, Herbert trying again. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
21.
From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
In a good spot here, second and inches. He finds him right side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Herbert now to throw on third. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and short.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Man in motion, headed right. Herbert throwing again. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs reach pay dirt for the first time this game. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. They pick up one on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. Penix working from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They run it from the gun with Wright. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
With the score tied 7-7.
Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. From the shotgun, Penix. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, shot. Set, go.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Touchdown, Atlanta! He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively. We could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Hey, ram. Baylor tight. Go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed to his running back. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
59.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. That finds Ayuk, complete. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, Herbert. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, Kappa. Baylor Tiger. Whoa. Let's go. Hey.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Hey, Ray. Crowd right. Home troops right. Hey, go Lion. Ready?
It's Herbert once more. And he goes down. The Falcons got to him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Ben, even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Baylor Tiger. 21. Go. 5-9. Hey, Ram. Set.
3rd and long for him here. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Chiefs can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Cardi with the extra point. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a run with Wright. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run again with Wright. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Penix now. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it on. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Penix on first down. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Bravo 80, 70 range, 70 range. Mustang 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
And they send a man in motion. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Offense to the line for second down. Penix here from the gun. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately,
it's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Dorian Williams makes the play. And the Chiefs are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Set.
Herbert on first down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Free inside the 30. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Kappa.
First and 10, here's Herbert. Touchdown, Kansas City! Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Falcons 14. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Here we go. Ready?
Penix now on first down. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Chiefs will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And they bring him down at the 70-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. This throw is caught. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 14. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. This return starts at the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. And we've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Escapes the pocket. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
From the 34. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. New set of downs for him at the 38. And again, it's Penix. Finds Hyatt. And they take him down right along the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete to Hyatt. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. He brings it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Penix on third down. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Right. Does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Got it. Ready?
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Set.
Trying for it with Penix. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And again, this is Irving. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Ready?
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Hey, go line.
Running back sent in motion.
Set.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. He's got the hook up to Adams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Has it down close. Touchdown, Kansas City. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Trap 60. Let's go now.
From the shotgun, Penix. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's Falcons football, but here in the fourth, that lead might be too much to overcome. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go, shot.
Throwing, Penix. Down the left sideline he goes. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons putting up points in a game decided. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Chiefs cover up the kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Here's the give to Irving. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That one's out and cut on the right side. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10, Herbert. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Working quickly here.
Go Lion.
Carry here for Irving. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Once again, Irving. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Chiefs put up even more points in a win. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but challenged to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Yeah, all right, now another opportunity to convert this 2-point try. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. They'll get another chance now to knock the point after through. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
5-9.
They've got a man in motion.
Ready.
Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth.
21. Roberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready!
Penix here from the gun. And they pick him off again! And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Hey, ram. Home to troops right. Set.
They'll run this with Irving. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
59. Set.
Herbert from the gun. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Set. Hey, easy. Go orange. Let's go. Set.
Working inside the red zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Deontay Banks. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there still reeling from that interception.
Flush down now to his left. And he can escape no longer. They roam over and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 42-yard line.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Set.
Another try following the sack. Short pass brought in. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Let's go.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And they pick him off again. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey, Kappa. Go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He lets a heater go deep. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Dump off caught by his back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Penix working from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
70 range.
And again, it's Penix. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Running left, this is Irving. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in the game.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case.
Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on.